So an update on my DogeCoin position. Currently it is down $4,805 with 19 cents. Looking at Doge. Let's see. So currently Doge is above the 9 and 20 day moving average. Where do I see Doge going from here? We could possibly retest that 50-day moving average. Once we break through that 50-day moving average, we can try and break above these other two moving averages, which are the 180 and 200-day moving average. And then looking at Bitcoin, currently Bitcoin is doing pretty good. It is above basically all of the moving averages. Most importantly, it is above the 9-day moving average. So as long as it's currently above the 9-day moving average, we could see possible further uptrend from Bitcoin from here. And then I kind of want to go over some stocks that you guys could possibly look over yourself if you're really interested in. Some of these stocks are UNH, Tesla, NVO, MRK, CRM, Apple, ACN, TM, Google, Home Depot, PG, NOW, Lilly, McDonald's, Amazon, Chevron, CVX, XOM, AZN, ABBV. So basically, what you guys want to do is you want to make a watch list, try to observe what stocks are about to approach a certain major resistance level or about to approach a major support level. So you can play either leap options on, pretty much on any of these opportunities right here. And you basically, leap options are options that expire in 6 months, a year, 2 years, etc. So basically what you want to do when you're playing leap options, you kind of want to have time on your side, so that way you can have the most profits out the outcome of your trading idea that you have set in mind. So for example, we could take a look at Let's look at UNH. Let's look at UNH. UNH is currently the worst. Currently is the worst performing mega cap stock. So let's look at UNH. Let's see. So this is how basically I would play UNH call options, leap options specifically. So I currently see, and basically this is how I would do it. So I would add the 9, 20, 50, 180, and 200-day moving average to my chart. And then I would just stick to using the daily chart. Me personally, I wouldn't try using the 4-hour or 30-minute time chart really. I would just rather stick to using the daily chart. So in this case, I do see currently that UNH is on the 9-day moving average currently. If UNH can maintain itself on that 9 or 20-day moving average, I will buy UNH call options, and from there I would like to see UNH approach the 50-day moving average. So basically what the game plan is step 1, use the moving averages as your entry points when you're playing leap options. Specifically use the moving averages as your entry points on the daily chart. So basically step 1, buy UNH call options that expire in 6 months or in a year. As soon as it's exactly on the 9 or 20-day moving average, and then I would sell out my position as soon as it approaches the 50-day moving average. Once that happens, that's basically my selling, or that would be my exit point to get out the position and just move on to the next trade. And basically from there, once I sell out the position as soon as it approaches that 50-day moving average on the daily chart, I would just move on to the next trade. Try to see what other stocks here on the Finviz website. Basically, I'll try to analyze the list, try to see if, maybe that particular stock is looking good probably landing on a certain moving average. Maybe I could play calls or puts. Let's try to be random. Let's not go to Tesla, but let's do Home Depot. Fuck it. I'm sorry, but let's do HD, right? Home Depot. Okay, so here Home Depot is a little bit interesting. You kind of also, if the opportunity isn't given with the moving averages, like how I just explained in the first example, try to use try to use support or resistance level specifically on the daily chart. So let's look at an example here on Home Depot. So for Home Depot, this is what I would do. I would let's see if I can draw. Can I draw? Horizontal line. Okay, so right there I see like a major, for me specifically, I see a major support level right here on the, what does it read? 359 level or 360 level. So basically what I would do is I would basically wait for Home Depot to just patiently just land back on this previous previous support level around 359 or 360. That way I can play some Home Depot call options. And basically what I would do next is that I would try to map out the major resistance levels of Home Depot. So for me personally, I see Home Depot struggling with this range currently. So I would say, so this is let's see 371. So basically I would play call options I would play call options as soon as Home Depot lands on the 359 or 360 support level, right? Now, after Home Depot bounces off that major support level, I would sell out the position as soon as it approaches 370 or 371. That would be the resistance level that I would personally try to wait and see if Home Depot can approach that resistance level. Once Home Depot approaches that resistance level, that would basically be my selling point. That would be where I would sell out the position. And basically I would just go on to finviz.com and I would just analyze a list of stocks and try to see if I can use either the moving averages as my entry points, or if I can use major support or major support or major resistance levels as my entry points. So basically those are two ways of how you could play leap options for yourself. I personally believe leap options are 100 times better than day trading options, because I would say day trading options, I wouldn't say it's recommended for beginners. I would say it's more recommended for I guess traders that have been a little bit more longer in the market. So I would personally say if you're a beginner, stick to long-term options, specifically leap options. Try to have when you're playing leap options, you have to have a little bit more extra capital if you kind of want to see those bigger gains heading towards your way. So try to observe what stocks on that list of finviz.com are favorable for your pockets, and just try to see if you can play calls or puts for that expire in 6 months or in a year or 2 years. And just what you're trying to do with leap options is you're trying to make passive income slowly but steady, and not blow up your account. Like if you were trying to day trading is like 100 times riskier. But I would recommend playing leap options for beginners. Obviously you have to be very disciplined when it comes to trading options, and basically I would say also try not to be greedy. if you see that there's money on the table, right, of that trade that you're in, take it. Don't leave it, to just, go away. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's what most beginners struggle with. They see the money on the table in front of them and they just, hope for the more money, and all of a sudden the next day that, particular stock goes down. That money that was in front of them the previous day is now gone. So don't be greedy, be disciplined, have your game plan set in mind. So whether it's using the moving averages as your entry points, or it's using these, either support or resistance levels as your entry points or exit points. So that is pretty much it. This is not financial advice. As always, take care and bye.